you're up.
I co-created Luke Cage and the Punisher too. Very dry.
John
Romita Sr. tonight. John Romita Sr.
to see you tonight.
Romita Sr. tonight.
Oh, okay. So I guess the 24th would have been John Romita's 95th birthday. Does that sound right?
Wow.
Something like that. Obviously, we lost him in 23, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and draw some John Romita stuff. My voice doesn't go away. I'm not feeling too great, so I'm not sure how active I'm going to be, but I wanted to be here to get this started.
I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
So I guess I'll put Drew front and center for now, since you're the only other one here with the camera. All right. So Scott and Napu are here, but Drew, kick off the show.
Okay. Welcome to the Comic Jam Hawaii Drink and Draw. My name is Drew. I'm going to draw.
This is the Drew and Draw.
The Drew and Draw. And yeah, so the topic for today is John Romita Sr.
JRSR.
I don't know. He had a really clean style. Like a real classic comic book style, and people usually look good.
I'm going to try and draw along. We'll see how long I last, but I'm going from before we really got to know him. I'm going to be drawing a cover from My Love. John Romita Sr. started off as a romance comic artist.
Yeah, he did a lot of romance comics. I think he's, the thing he's most well known for is Spider-Man. Yeah, he did romance comics. He did all kinds of stuff.
All right. Bring myself back in here.
Like Scott said in the song, he was the principal, I think, designer for Luke Cage. And I believe he designed Wolverine's original costume as well.
Not Lean Ween?
Indeed.
Yeah, suffice to say that those of us a certain age that grew up reading comic books, a lot of us grew up reading a lot of John Romita Sr. stuff.
He did a lot of covers. So, like, even if he didn't do the inside, there's, like, good chance he did the cover.
Look at the paper.
Our own John has joined us.
Hello.
Hey, John.
Got my keys.
John Murakami's Esquire.
Esquire? When did that happen? Yeah.
You're not a junior or senior.
Doesn't that mean Esquire is involved with the law?
Is that what Esquire means?
I thought so.
I don't know. I thought that was that magazine. That fancy magazine.
Jesus.
The shoe fits.
Yeah.
So.
So in North America, it's a title appended to a lawyer's surname.
Hmm. Really?
Historically, it's a young nobleman who's in training for knighthood.
Oh, like a squire.
Well, yeah, but that's where that comes from, apparently.
Interesting.
John J. Murakami, attorney at law.
Yeah, right. Objection.
Dun, dun,
Overruled.
Overruled.
dun, dun.
I thought Esquire is like more like kind of like a men's fashion magazine.
There is a magazine called Esquire, although I don't know that I've ever read one.
I
but
never
I
either.
do
I
believe-
remember we had those in the bookstore.
Bill S. Preston, Esquire.
Esquire, yes.
Esquire. Well then, how you guys doing today?
Probably. It's not great.
Yeah.
Michael and Scott are sickies.
Yeah. It's the weather. It's so cold. John.
Darren said he met Junior. I never signed his Punisher War Journal.
Yeah. Senior co-created the Punisher, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed the intro when you guys talked about all this. So. You might have mentioned all this already.
I think
Like
he
one
became
of the most homaged covers in comic history, right? Every time some superhero gives up or whatever, they walk away with the shooting the trash can.
Yeah.
Him, right?
Yeah. I did that in Gordon Ryder. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, I think he was the art director for Marvel for a while. Like after Kirby left, I think he kind of took over as art director.
Yeah. I was gonna say the thing that I knew him for was the whole wasn't he the thing about Mary Jane? He hit the jackpot. Wasn't that him?
Well, I think he was. I think he. I don't know if he drew that or he inked it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did draw it. Let me see. I'm pulling it up.
Yeah.
So I can't remember if Ditko was still on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Nope. It's he penciled and inked it. It's like
Okay. See, that was kind of a classic.
yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Face
one.
it, tiger! You hit the
Hit the
jackpot.
jackpot. That's such a corny line, but.
He co-created her too, didn't he?
Oh, did he? He co-created Mary Jane.
Well, I mean, technically, she came out still in the when Ditko was drawing her. But she had a different hairdo. She looked different when Ditko was drawing her.
Right.
I mean, John Romita made her pretty.
Yeah. And he also co-created Wolverine. Is that right?
He designed the costume.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that was more. Wasn't that Trimp? Herb Trimp? No.
Herb Trimp drew the comic that he appeared in, but John Romita still designed the costume.
I see.
The same, because he was the art director, so he would work out all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I hope we're not frustrating you, Drew, because it's kind of like you have to correct us for all these things. It's like no.
Actually,
I'm sure Drew's used to it.
Yeah, actually, there you go.
No, it's just it's like
it's cool.
It's hard. Wolverine is a hard one because there's so many people that touched that character.
Right.
That
like what it is today. Yeah.
When they first came up with the idea, everything was going to be in the costume. The claws were going to be part of the gloves, and all that stuff. And then I think kind of at the last minute, they decided to make him have like a healing factor, but they still didn't figure out what they were going to do, if the claws were going to be part of him or part of the suit.
I see.
And then when the character finally got in the hands of the X-Men, I think Len Wein was the first writer, and he decided to make the claws part of Wolverine.
Yeah.
But then it was like they still didn't show him without his like costume on. And then Dave Cockrum decided to, when they showed him without the costume on, it gave him that crazy haircut and the sideburns. There's like,
Yeah.
you can't really say any one guy created Wolverine because there's like too many
Right.
things that got added on him.
But that's the thing. People are going to claim like, "Hey, I created Wolverine. Hey, I know I did. I'm the original guy who created." Everyone claims for ownership of a lot of these characters.
Well, the thing is that Marvel used to have a fan magazine called Foom.
Boom.
Yeah.
And in Foom, there was a kid sent in a drawing.
Oh, that's right. I think, yeah.
And I believe that he called him Wolverine.
Yeah.
And specifically said that he would have an adamantium skeleton. And I don't know.
He was adamantium about it.
So there's like, but the costume. Well, but the costume was completely different.
I see. Like a big badger or something.
No, it wasn't even. I think it was like a metal thing or something, right?
He had like a weird sort of like armor kind of exo thing on. But
He does have kind of that honey badger look.
Yeah. Badgers are vicious.
But I think Romita, was originally trying to give him a look like a Mexican wrestler, like a luchador.
Oh, there you go.
We don't need no stinking badgers.
Badger. Mushroom.
Because his mask, and the original drawing kind of reminds me of a wrestler's mask.
Yeah. Who decided to have him like without the mask and then keep the hair like that? I thought that was kind of funny.
That's Dave Cockrum.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay.
Cockrum based him on an actor that was in a movie called Slapshot.
Hockey movie?
Yep.
Interesting.
There's pictures of the actor from the movie Slapshot, and when you see him and you see his crazy sideburns.
Oh, then you're like, okay, that's
Wolverine.
And now that guy's like, I'm suing for my likeness. But yeah, it's interesting.
What's any comments? Scott, you're good about monitoring comments. If you see anything, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, my monitor is face down, so I can't see anything.
I don't know if it's on my head or what, but I'm just not really in there today.
Yeah. Are you stressed?
I don't no more than usual.
Well,
It's the bird flu.
That's why no eggs.
Hope not.
No
I
eggs.
haven't eaten eggs lately.
Yeah. Well, you can't find eggs.
My friend went to the farm.
Yeah.
Over the
I'm
weekend.
sorry.
Different kind of farm.
Oh,
not like when your parents tell you they took the pet to the farm.
No.
Funny farm.
He went to the Sweetland farm or whatever it's called.
Yeah, we went the other week. Yeah.
He waited 2 hours.
2
to get
hours. Oh my god.
He said the line of people was crazy.
Yeah, I think right now everyone just wants eggs, and then yeah, it's ridiculous the price of eggs too.
I mean, I like eggs, but I don't know that I want to pay a ton for them.
Well, if you gotta bake something, or you know what I mean.
What's eggs? Eggs are they're the symbol of this administration.
Oh, okay. Is it really?
Isn't that wasn't that the deciding factor?
That
Eggs.
egg.
Eggs. Wonderful eggs.
The incredible edible egg.
Yeah.
Sam,
Oh, I haven't heard that in a while.
Sam, I am. Would you like green eggs in him?
Darren. What's Darren saying? I met the son, John Romita Jr.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that.
Signed a Punisher comic book
2 times in the past. Yeah. I mean, I can say I met him, but I didn't really get to talk to him.
I talked to him a couple times. Nice guy. Very, very, very friendly.
JR.
Yeah.
I liked him.
I think I first met him at the when we had the mixer at Alamoana. I like how was it Blood Blockade did a parody of him. Instead of John Romita, it was Ron Jamita Jr.
Yeah.
And then when he asked him
John
about
Bobby.
it, huh?
Like John Bobby.
Yeah.
John Bovey.
But yeah. And then he was asking, he's like, "Oh, they're making fun of me." You came up with a pretty good response. Yeah.
I thought it was probably more of an homage.
Yeah. Because obviously the guy who does Trigun, he likes American comics. I mean, you know, he even in that series he mentioned about the whole Avengers thing about, yeah, I think we're supposed to eat shawarma after this. Like, oh, well, he obviously watched Avengers.
Darren prefers egg whites, less calories, no cholesterol.
Egg whites.
Yeah.
Egg whites have no flavor.
Betty White.
You know, it's like when everybody's trying to get cut, they eat the egg whites.
All right. I thought they eat the yolk. Don't they mix it up like that montage thing in the movies?
You're thinking of Rocky.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking of what was that one? They call me Bruce. It's like he tries it, he spits it out, he makes it into like he fries the egg.
God, they call me Bruce.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And they still call me Bruce.
Oh, I never saw the sequel, but yeah.
Take a good look at my face.
Yeah.
I'm an Oriental.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty racist. But that was the 70s. You know. 70s, 80s? I don't know when that movie came out.
Bruce?
Yeah, they call me Bruce.
Like early 80s, wasn't it? I want to say I was in junior high when it came out.
Probably. I just remember like it was always on HBO. I'm like, okay, watching this again.
I just started watching a show. I think it's been out for a while, but I just started watching on Netflix called Warrior.
Patty Smith?
What
Bang Bang?
I am the warrior. No, it's the title of the show. It's not a song. It's a television program.
Yeah.
Called Warrior.
What's it about?
Well, apparently it's based on Bruce Lee's original pitch for Kung Fu.
Oh, interesting.
Before they kicked him off of it and decided to have a white guy play a Chinese guy.
Oh, the show Kung Fu. Okay.
Yeah, remember Kung Fu with David Carradine?
Yeah, because I was like, doesn't Bruce Lee do like a different style of martial arts?
Well, Bruce Lee came up with his own style called Jeet Kune Do.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
But it's based off of Kung Fu.
Yeah.
but among
yeah,
other
good.
things.
Yeah.
But so originally Bruce Lee had pitched the idea for Kung Fu,
Uh-huh.
and I think I'm not 100%, but I think they made a pilot. It just never aired, and the network went for it, but they decided to shoot the show without Bruce Lee.
Oh, that's lame.
They decided they would get a David Carradine to play
Yeah.
the main
Yeah.
character.
It's almost like how
Instead.
they did Cannonball Run, and like they didn't quite understand how to like do the martial arts stuff, so the cameras are all off and the angles are all weird. Like they didn't understand how to do it.
Oh, you mean the scenes with Jackie Chan?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, why'd they go that angle? All right. I mean, you can see he's missing them. But yeah.
Well, anyway, Warrior is supposedly based off of
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's story for that. It takes place in 1895 in San Francisco.
Wow.
And
Is it like a one-time movie, or is it a series, or
It's a series.
document series? Yeah.
It's a series.
Cool.
It's not, Anyway, it's good. It's got a lot of fighting in it.
There you go.
Boobies.
What was the other one you said? That Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or whatever?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Didn't they have kind of like a reference to that, like a Bruce Lee character?
Yeah, well, they have a guy pretending to be Bruce Lee
Yeah.
in it, and a lot of people were bad because he comes off as kind of a jerk. But I don't know. There are stories.
I thought they were mad because the Brad Pitt character beat up the Bruce Lee character.
Well, I think it was more of a draw in terms of their fight.
Yeah.
But I think more people were upset over the characterization.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
But I've also read that when Bruce Lee was making television shows and stuff in Hollywood, many of the stuntmen did not like him.
Well, maybe it was like demanding, or he was hard to.
Well, they saw him as
like a
taking
threat.
away their jobs.
Yeah.
Because he was like, he wanted to do all his own stunts and but relied on them to take the hits and stuff. And these stuntmen were not like martial artists.
Yeah.
And they weren't like accustomed to like shooting scenes where like they'd actually get smacked.
Wait.
Yeah, because Bruce got to start in the Chinese cinema, right? And their stunt people are just fucking crazy. At least they were.
When we are supposed to be decorated, we never get that stuff. We never get that here. No. Sorry. Gwen's upset because her Happy Meal, her milk and apples weren't decorated with the Pokemon thing. And I was like, we never get that here. And even if you did, what you're just not going to open it. You're just going to like have it sit in the fridge, forever. Sell it later. Okay.
I'm trying to think some of the other the classic John Romita covers. I remember, obviously, like we talked about the one with the trash can.
Yeah, but
he did the one where like the Spider-Man's like trapped in the pipes, kind of.
Oh, is that him? Yeah.
That might have been Ditko. I don't think Ditko had left
Yeah.
the series yet.
I think the
Well, there's two
wedding.
different ones. There's the one where he's like getting crushed. That's Ditko. Like he's like lifting something up. But there's another where he's like crawling out of the pipes, where he's got his hands on the side of the page.
I think the wedding one is definitely him, right?
So he did the Spider-Man No More, where it has like the big image of Spider-Man and then Peter Parker like walking with his head down.
Right.
That's the cover.
Okay.
Everybody knows that panel with the suit in the trash can.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the cover. That was just a panel in the comic.
Right.
Was it the splash page?
That was I believe it was the last panel of the comic. Could be wrong.
Okay, that makes sense.
But let's see. What
about this one?
There's a famous.
It's Kraven the Hunter. How about that one? Is that him?
Kraven.
Maybe.
Anyway, go ahead.
I believe he did the cover for the first appearance of the Punisher.
Okay.
The one where it has like Spider-Man in the crosshairs.
What about like?
I thought that was Gil Kane.
Daredevil.
Nope, John Romita Sr.
This one, the one with on the pile of people.
I don't know. It's listed as I'm looking online. It says John Romita Sr.
Oh, okay.
Although it does look like a Kane pose for Spider-Man. But.
I see one with the Green Goblin dragging Peter.
Yep, that's a famous one.
Yeah.
Pulling him.
How about this one with the Hulk and the Thing kind of going head to head? Is that him?
That might be Buscema.
Okay. It doesn't look like his normal.
Let's see. Oh, are you looking? Is it the one with the yellow background?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's got Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Silver Surfer.
Yeah, and the Silver Surfer. Yeah.
That's a John Romita cover.
Oh, okay.
Scroll Reaper says aloha.
Hello.
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 Hey, where's Jason? I thought he's the one who wanted this. I thought he wanted this whole John Romita thing.
Yeah, it was his idea, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's fine.
A wiener.
No, he's probably busy. So, I mean, we do know him for, Spider-Man, the Punisher, and all that. But has he worked on like pretty much every title, like Fantastic Four and Hulk and all that?
He's done covers. Okay. I would say for damn near every Marvel character at one point or another.
All right.
And on top of that, a lot of times, Kirby didn't like this, but Stan didn't always like Kirby's faces, and so a lot of times he would have Romita come through and sort of touch up some of the stuff to because he liked the way Romita drew faces.
Yeah,
he always thought he made everybody a lot prettier.
Sure.
And so he liked to have Romita fix up Kirby's faces.
I mean, from an artist perspective, it is kind of rude, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
But it's a business, so
Yeah.
Especially in the 70s when Kirby came back to work, at Marvel, his style, he had gotten even more sort of blockier, and like his 70s period stuff, his characters were way more like sort of angular and real like rudimentary. And so
I always think of his big
Lee was having Romita pretty much redo all of Kirby's covers.
I think Gil Kane got some of that treatment too. Speaking of Gil Kane, because he was a very angry artist too. So I think we're bringing people to like soften up his women.
Well, I think Romita inked Kane when Kane came on to Spider-Man. I think he was inking Kane and a lot of stuff. So it's possible Kane penciled that Punisher cover and Romita just inked it. For sure.
I think it's interesting how they all kind of like overlapped. They all helped each other. I guess so to stay on schedule.
Yeah. And that's pretty much why they set up the bullpen like an assembly line with the pencilers, inkers,
Sure.
letters, everything, so they could get everything done as quickly as possible.
Yapua, are you here?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You didn't say anything, so I was like, I think Napua's here.
Sorry, working in the background.
What you working on?
Cocktail stuff.
Anything you can tell us? I see you hit your
Oh,
goal,
just-
right, for the Kickstarter.
Yeah, no, we're just prepping the files for the printer.
What's up with your microphone tonight? You sound like you're a pilot. You know how they...
She's flying the pages to the mainland.
That's right.
To the printer now.
Squirrel Reaper hopes everybody's evening is going well, and he's going to be driving along. They're going to be driving along.
Oh, let's send Squirrel Reaper the link and they can join us.
I mean, it's just like the olden days when they had to chase the FedEx truck, to get your stuff in on time.
Ugh.
R joined. Okay, scroll down.
So did Junior and Senior work together on projects, or no? They kind of kept them separate.
On a few.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Good evening.
I don't think they worked on a lot together, but they worked on a few. They did the when they went over to Superman, they did the Superman stuff together.
Yeah, I think they collaborated on some stuff, and they've done covers together too for like
Okay.
Spider-Man and Daredevil and stuff.
I think it's probably like, Dad, I don't want.
Yeah.
You're ruining my stuff, Dad.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what kind of relationship they had, that way.
That's it. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's different, for
Yeah,
doing like living with somebody and working with somebody.
sure.
I mean, Junior, he was telling me, and I'd heard some of this before, but I was asking about it anyway because I just wanted to hear him tell it. But about the Prowler
Oh yeah.
and how I think he was 11, and he had drawn it, and his mom and called John Sr. into the room. Was like, take a look at this. And Junior made it, and they used it in the Spider-Man comic.
It's funny because every time we say Junior, I think like Indiana Jones.
Junior,
Dad, what?
we named the dog Indiana.
You were named after the dog? Rats. They were rats. But I think it's cool though. I'm glad, like there's a legacy, because I don't know, a lot of times I've seen like a lot of like families and like a lot of them like the kids don't want to take over. Like the dad draws, but the kids don't follow in the footsteps or go in a totally different direction.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see that at least it continued.
I mean, you got the Cuberts, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's it. They've got
Yeah.
3 generations, right? Because there's Joe, and then Adam and Andy, and then what's her name? The daughter, the granddaughter,
Is it Emily? Yeah.
Emma.
Emma.
Yeah.
I follow her. Yeah, she does great work. It's amazing.
So
And then you had that one Cubert that went into video games.
I was just gonna say that the one that swears all the time, the little jumps on the block.
yeah.
I'm sure they got that a lot.
Well, I think it's pronounced different. Aren't they Cubert? I don't think they. Yeah, with a K.
I say Cubert.
The kicks. Quick rabbit.
Trying to think of other. Well, there's a lot of siblings like John and
Brothers.
Sal Buscema,
Yeah.
and like Dan and Jean Day, or
Hildebrandt
was it
brothers.
Greg and Tim Hildebrandt. Yeah.
Bancroft brothers. Yeah, there's a lot. The Mario brothers.
The Pander brothers, Martin brothers, the Hernandez brothers.
Smother brothers.
Well, there's a
Mom
brother and
always
sister
liked-
team, right? The Severins, right? Aren't they brother sister?
Yeah.
Yep, John and Marie Severin,
Yeah. No, they're both incredible.
Donnie and Marie Osmond.
A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. Showing our age again. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know.
The Jackson family.
Trying to think other.
But yeah, I mean, even in
Family.
the scholarship industry, like a lot of the kids did take over. Like for example, Chris Brown took over for Dick Brown for Hagar the Horrible.
Oh yeah, newspapers.
Yeah, Mort Watson,
Family
Greg
Circus
Watson took over. Yeah.
Family circus guy, Glenn Keane, or
Glenn Keane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Keane and
Yeah.
Jeff, little Jeffy is joining it now. But there's a lot of people who don't continue.
No, because I'm sure there's probably some. So it wasn't me.
Yeah. Yeah, not me.
Not me.
Not me
Not
was the little
me.
gremlin. Yeah. That was a little gremlin.
Not me, and I don't know.
I don't know. That's right. And then the little dotted pattern, like going around the whole neighborhood. But yeah, but there's a lot of like comics that they, nobody continued it, so they got other people to continue like Dagwood and Blondie, for example. Like they've had, I don't know, multiple people doing that one. Well, I guess Ziggy, the Tom Wilson II took over.
Ziggy. It's like we can't get any more Calvin and Hobbes, but Ziggy's going to go on forever. Right.
Well, he requested that Calvin and Hobbes end, Even Garfield, I don't think Jim Davis even draws a strip anymore. He farms it out, and he just signs his name, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe Jim Davis is connected to a machine. Like I think he downloaded his brain.
Did he?
And it's AI,
Okay.
and it just spits out Garfield strips.
I see. You think anyone's cut out a Mary Worth cartoon, put it on their fridge? Like, I like that comic strip. Put it in the fridge.
No, the thing is, probably somebody.
Was that?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
I've cut out a
It
John
wouldn't
Romita
surprise-
strip or two.
It wouldn't surprise me if somebody did.
Yeah. Who knows? At this point. Yeah, nobody cuts out my strips. Actually, I take that back. Someone surprised me on Maui. They cut out all my comic strips from the college newspaper and they put it together in like a binder.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. I don't think even I did that. I don't think I even have all my strips.
And they used it to create a ransom note.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I used to do posters for shows in Chinatown.
Okay.
Sometimes, I drew them, kind of make them look like comic book covers, but they were just posters for the different shows. And I went over to somebody's house, and they had them all plastered up on the wall. I was like really kind of surprised. Like, oh wow, somebody likes it.
For like the Bar 35s and stuff like that.
It was actually for Next Door, which is like right next to Bar 35.
Yeah, I know. They used to work in the liquor business.
Ooh, the underside of Mike that we didn't know.
I think graphics were Young's Market Company and Better Brands.
There you go.
Liquor distributors.
I knew these guys that DJ'd for the club nights at Next Door, and I wanted to DJ with them, but they wouldn't let me DJ with them unless I did posters.
I don't know what, we might know some of the same people then, Drew. Did you know Krista Whitmer?
No.
Well, so much for that.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Who did I know over there? It was like the guy who was usually in charge. I don't know his real name. We just called him Josh 86 because his name was Josh, and he played with a band called the 86 List.
Seems like an online name, like Josh 86.
Yeah,
AOL.
like the 86 List. I don't know if you've been around bars that have an 86 list, but it's the people who are not allowed to.
Oh, the 86.
People that got kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been kicked out of the bar. So that was the name of their band. It was the 86 list.
Oh, that's funny.
So Josh used to do. He would run this club night at Next Door, and sometimes the 86 list would play. But in between acts, he usually wanted DJs to play music. And I knew a bunch of guys that would DJ. They would do a set, in between bands.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get in on it.
But they wouldn't let you.
Well, they would, but they wanted me to draw posters for the shows.
That's cool. I've seen some of your posters. They were good.
You couldn't leverage one job for another. So, hey man, I'll do the posters, but you gotta let me DJ.
That's what I did.
What was your DJ name?
Well, back then everybody called me Goody, so I just went by DJ Goody.
DJ Goody.
I didn't do anything fancy. I just wanted to play music to make chicks dance, and then hopefully talk to them afterwards.
No scratching.
No, it wasn't that kind of a scene. Most of the bands were either punk or ska or kind of psychedelic or surf rock. So we played a lot of mod and R&B. like classic, like from R&B from like the '60s.
Fill my pens. No. I screwed up. Oh well.
Next week is the Chinese New Year one, right?
Yeah, you're the snake. Snakes. Why do they have to be snakes?
On a plane? Snakes on a plane?
Snakes on a plane. I am so sick. Tired. I never did see
We
that
could do
movie.
it. We could do a super mashup. You can say,
Oh, okay.
why did it have to be Snake Plissken on a plane?
There you go. Splice that together.
Yeah, if you want to draw Snake Plissken, I'll buy it.
Do all kinds of snakes. You can do a snake from Metal Gear.
Solid
Snake.
Snake.
Or like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Snake guys. Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. Color Mary Jane's eyes.
Probably green.
Green? Oh, I guess so, because she's a redhead.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one comic and it shows her as green eyes. But I don't know.
Most redhead characters have green eyes for some reason.
Okay. How did we do this? We just... Mm-hmm. It's so quiet tonight.
Just trying
Scott
not
and I
to
aren't feeling great.
Yeah.
Anybody get their tickets for Brave New World yet?
Is that this weekend?
I know they went on sale. No, it's the 14th, I think.
I saw a thing saying that like it didn't do, the ticket sales aren't as good as like Quantumania or whatever. And I'm like, what?
You're talking about like
The Ant-Man.
pre-sales?
Yeah.
Those are the people trying to make a go woke, go broke argument.
Yeah.
We don't pay attention to them, John.
Yeah. Oops. What happened? Oh. I was like, I don't know who's thinking, but you can hear kind of like something on it, and then it like went quiet. So I was just like, whoop, what happened?
thought I muted myself.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Try not to deafen you guys with a pencil sharpener.
Hmm.
I usually do it when I have to fart.
It's not always muted. Ouch. All right, I refill pens. Jeez.
Ron, how's it going there? You still safe?
Yeah, there's some more fires, but they're further north.
It's like the media just stopped talking about the fires. I know they're not out.
Yeah.
Not all of them, anyway.
Well, these new fires don't really threaten any residences, so not much to
Fuck
talk
them
about.
squirrels. Glad you made it through, Ron.
Well, yeah, I'm glad nothing really bad happened to us, but yeah, unfortunately, our gardener, he lost everything.
Oh.
Yeah, and he still showed up on time.
Wow.
So I was like, "What are you doing?" Just yeah,
Maybe I don't know, maybe he needs to make money so he can
yeah,
rebuild.
just like I still got a job to do. Like, wow, okay, jeez.
That's dedication.
But our art director was right in the middle of the Palisades fire.
Oh.
But for some reason, his little neighborhood was spared. So if you look at the burn map, in the Palisades area, at the very top of one of the hills, there's an area that was never touched by the fire, even though all around it was burnt.
Wow.
That's the neighborhood he lived in.
Oh, he's lucky.
Yeah, and he showed us video of him and his neighbors escaping, and it was surreal.
Wow.
Like
he had time to take a video.
Well, he was driving and he was
okay.
like showing he was got the phone out the window or something.
Oh, I see.
And it was weird. So his entire neighborhood was not burning, but all around him you could see the smoke.
That's
and
crazy.
As soon as they left their neighborhood and went further down, towards the ocean, that's where all the houses were burned. Yeah, you could see some of the houses already burning.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it from the air and stuff, you can see where it's like it's kind of amazing how the fire just like jumped over some neighborhoods,
Yeah.
Well, do you remember when we went to Lahaina and then we saw like certain areas like, oh, how come this didn't get burnt? Like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, we went to that chocolate place,
Yeah,
and freaking everything all around it was like burnt to a crisp.
Yeah,
and you could see where the fire had stopped just short of that.
Yeah,
the one side of the chocolate place.
Or like down when we saw about the mall, it totally missed the mall, and it was that thing just stood up, and the rest everything else was burned down. It's like,
wow.
Selective. But yeah. All right.
So yeah, the videos he showed us was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's good that I guess he lives in a place where the wind just blows things away from that little neighborhood.
Oh, that's good.
That's fortunate.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can sell that footage. Like you want those kind of documentation kind of things,
No, he just told us stories where they had to hike up there, avoid the roadblocks and the cars that were just left in the middle of the road.
Wow.
So that was the street he was on.
Oh wow.
And they told him he's not allowed to go back there for 3 months.
Yeah.
so he's staying with a friend of his. But
You talking about the one that's the video with Steve Gutenberg?
no, the art director I work with lives in.
I thought you said where they were like where the vehicles were abandoned. They had a video with a news team with out there, and they had Steve Gutenberg from the Police Academy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's he lives in that area. So that he
was like telling people to leave your keys in the car so that the fire teams can move it if they need to.
Wow.
And then the reporter did, and can we get your name, sir? Oh yeah, I'm Steve Gutenberg. God damn.
Well, he had a mask on, didn't he?
Nah.
But yeah, that was the road by our art director lives on, and that's the only road into his neighborhood going up the side of the mountain. And so yeah, he encountered that, but they knew like a fire lane that's closer to where they live, that neighborhood, that they can kind of cut across, and it feeds into the other main roads going down. But that was the main road that was going down that they normally take. And that was just filled with cars that were abandoned, he says.
Wow. I mean, that's the thing too. I'm sure these fires travel so fast that you just gotta just run.
Oh yeah,
the Santa Ana winds were like up to 60 miles an hour, weren't they?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible that day. That's the strongest I've ever felt those winds.
Man.
But they had some firefighters there, and they said you don't need those kind of winds to drive the fires. I mean, even 20-mile-per-hour wind will do it. So
Karen says, when I hear people complain about a work of fiction is political or woke, there's a good chance I may like it. Okay, I'm not sure I brought that up.
Okay.
That might be from a while ago when we were talking about woke Captain America.
how is he woke now?
Because he's black.
Because he's black.
Oh.
Is
Blacked in America.
Well, yeah, the Falcon became...
yeah, I know.
That's right.
Just
even in the comic books, that's what happened. So
yeah, but neckbeards,
Yeah.
Neckbeards. What's in there?
Neckbeard the pirate. Arr.
it's the VP.
You all be too woke for me. Arr.
Frankly, I am tired of woke being used as a derogatory. I think woke is a good thing.
I hate when people use that word, to be honest.
So you're tired of being woke.
Yeah. It's funny to hear like really old people use it too. It's like oh, that's so woke. I'm like, no, don't use that. Just
hello, fellow Utes.
Just don't. Just stop right there. Yeah. Okay.
It's weird. Like some of the artists I work with, they're in their early 30s. I thought they're still young kids to me, and they admitted to me that we don't even know some of the slangs they use now that the kids use.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Well, one of the things with media nowadays is because there's so many different places to watch things that we don't have the homogeneity that we grew up with. When it was 2 or 3 TV stations and before the web.
Yeah. Let's bring back Swell.
So you don't have as much, common ground as you used to.
Yeah. You know what, John? I'm going to use that word now.
Yeah, swell.
That's swell, guys.
That's really swell. It's like, what is it, the 60s?
Hot diggity.
Hot diggity.
I could have start using those old timey terms.
Sound like
Not many
old
people feel comfortable with
20s
that.
radio play.
Gee whiz.
Neato.
I like Nito. I still use Nito.
Yeah. Neato torpedo.
Well, that's swell, guys.
Swell.
I'm glad that happened. Oh, I'm using that. I'm going to start using that next.
There you go.
I heard one of the 30-year-olds use the word rad, and I thought,
yeah.
do they still use that word?
Rad.
Yeah.
One of our
Did you
friends-
guys watch Skeleton Crew?
No.
Because they're trying to create the slang in Star Wars. Like, oh, that's so wizard.
So weird.
That's stupid.
That is dumb. Say so Jedi. But
Well, some people still use gnarly.
yeah. Gnarly,
Gnarly.
psychedelic.
Although I feel like that's the only time I heard that word is when I was talking to other 50-year-olds.
Let's bring back, was it tubular? Well, isn't that why they tried to upgrade the cowabunga with the Mutant Ninja Turtle?
To Buyaka Shell?
Yeah,
Buyaka. Something like that.
I don't even know what it is. Yeah, Buyaka Shi or something like that. I don't know what it is.
Oh, God
I have
damn.
no idea what you're talking about at this point.
Instead of Kawabunga.
Yeah, they updated it.
Yeah.
They made a big thing about that on Teen Titans Go. It's like, yeah, here you say my word. Because you know how like Cyborg says "booyah."
Today we were talking about the Thundercats. And
Which
how,
version?
like one of the guys worked on the Thundercats, the sort of like the remake, the more action looking, the more.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about all the backlash they got for it. Didn't look like, the original Thundercats and stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then they had that more cartoony one.
Yeah, the Thundercats roar.
Yeah, the Thundercats roar.
Oh my gosh.
Which was more, I guess.
CalArt style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was horrible.
But somebody mentioned that these stories aren't bad if you follow it. That stories aren't bad.
Which one on
I thought you liked that one, John. I thought you liked Thundercats 4.
No,
You
it was
like it?
bad. Now the other one, that anime looking one, the remake one, that was good. It's just I never knew when it was on.
Yeah.
Isn't it the same people who did Voltron?
I think so.
Or am I
It might
mixing
be.
that up?
Yeah, it
No,
might be.
yeah, it is. It is. Well, the guy Joaquin Dos Santos really pushed for that while he was. Here's the funny thing, he pushed for that at Warner Brothers to really want to do a show, the Thundercats show, and the the execs finally said okay, but then he went to go do Korra.
Oh, okay.
So that
he left.
so he left. They went
That's funny.
do Korra, and then they tried to do it without him, but he had all the ideas and stuff, so they kind of floundered a bit.
It's funny.
Yeah, that Thundercat Roar was the guy who did that OKKO.
I heard that was good.
That guy, if there's any listeners out there, that guy Joaquin Dos Santos, he became a producer of Korra and what do you call it, Voltron, and he also directed parts of the
Did he do Dragon
Spider-Verse.
Prince?
He what?
Dragon Prince? Was that him?
I don't know. Maybe.
No,
But
It's
what
different.
I was gonna get to is this guy never went to. He just graduated from high school,
Oh,
but he just loved to draw, and he just
awesome.
kept practicing and developed his skills, and there you go.
Well, there you go,
Proof,
kids.
proof you don't
Just
need to go to school.
nope.
Or, I mean, go graduate from high school, but not you don't have to go to college for that if you have the passion for it. So
Wasn't that like Craig McCracken when he did the Powerpuff Girls? It was the Whoop Ass Girls. And then he just kind of worked on it, but nobody really knew who he was. And he shows up in the final thing, and he shows the Powerpuff Girls. And it's like, oh, okay. Then it gets picked up.
well, like the guy who created Bob's Burgers, Lauren Richard,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't have an art background. He had a musical background, but he came up with the idea of Bob's.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bob's, did Jimmy Pesto get a pardon?
Oh yeah,
He did, right? All of them did, didn't
Yeah,
they?
all of them did. Yeah.
yeah.
So he was back in
You're
the
gonna be
series.
showing up back at your doorstep and say, "Hey, you guys have to hire me back now."
No, we don't, because we already have somebody that sounds like you.
Oh, really? Someone else is
But
doing the character?
But
Yes.
a pardon isn't the same as being exonerated. Like, pardon, you still can have a criminal record, I believe. Isn't that how it works?
No. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I think employers do discriminate if you have a criminal record. But
I thought doesn't that wipe the slate clean? No.
let me look this up.
There you
Does a pardon?
It's like a
Oh, and he declared there's only 2 genders in the United States.
yeah, I saw that.
No, a pardon does not remove a conviction, but it can help relieve some of its consequences.
Oh,
A pardon is a formal expression of forgiveness from the president or governor, and it appears on the recipient's record along with the conviction.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking about. When you get the call from the governor.
So a pardon will remove civil disabilities such as restrictions on voting, holding office, or serving on a jury.
Mm-hmm.
It can help with obtaining a license, bonding, or employment, restores civil rights, and can help eliminate some consequences of a conviction. But it does not remove. It does not. What a pardon does not do, it does not make the recipient innocent, and it does not remove the conviction from the recipient's criminal record.
Oh, okay.
There's that one to know.
Yeah.
The more you know sound.
So it's it's not. It doesn't remove the guilt.
Right.
But I doubt those people feel any guilt for anything.
No. No. That was just an assurance that what they did was right. Because we got pardoned, President pardoned us.
Still in the record.
It's on the record.
Yep.
Can we do a first round of looks, and then I might dip out for a bit?
Dip.
Sure.
I gotta go take something for my headache.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'll
Alcohol.
go first. I think I finished my piece. So this is
that's
after.
good. Wow.
This is after the My Love comic. What issue?
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. As I was gonna say it must be one of his romantic.
Yeah, it's one of his romance comics. I didn't do a very good job copying it.
Oh, it looks good.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the actual original, so I know it's not.
Well, but still, if you see it like this, it looks good.
By itself, it looks okay, but then if you look at the original, like I don't have the head tilted down. And I'm looking at it now, going, man, her head should be tilted way more forward. Oh well. All right, so that's my John Romita Sr.
Very nice.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Drew's putting something up here.
Hey, it's MJ. Very nice. Good job.
It doesn't look like Michael Jackson.
Sure it is.
Michael
Moonwalking
Jordan.
and all. Michael.
It's just
Or
you're not seeing it in color, Ron.
Or Jordan.
Oh, we can see what you're thinking of.
All right, who's next? John, you ready?
Sure. I just did one. I did.
Hey,
$2 hardly considered a jackpot.
There you go. That might be
We'll
all
see.
I might be doing tonight.
Why is he giving Mary Jane $2? I need the story here.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just is. You come up with the story. I don't know. I just did the setting. I don't know.
Draw a stripper pole next to her then.
No. No.
Right. Nicole, you're not showing anything, right? You're working on macabre stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Scott, you ready?
Oh.
Wait for the camera to. Well, there it is.
And,
Power Man.
There you go. Did he work on that?
we established
Covered.
this.
I wasn't here
He
for
designed the costume.
that. Okay, I wasn't here for that.
The disco stew.
I came in with the Wolverine conversation. So.
All right, I'm going to mute myself and go take some medicine. I'll
Okay.
try and come back in a bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Take some. Don't take the NyQuil and Dayquil together.
It feels good.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah.
Or what is that? NyQuil and No-Dose. You know, then you dream of staying up all night.
Oh, that'd be wild.
That would be wild. Yeah, that's probably not advised. Kids, don't do this. Disclaimer. It's our PSA for tonight.
The views of Drink and Draw do not necessarily represent the views and opinions.
G.I. Joe.
we are not medical professionals.
We are not. We're not. That's our disclaimer. Take it as you want, folks. I should have pink ones. Oh man. Oh yeah, it leaked. I don't watch that sequel to Squid Games yet. Squid Games 2.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I
Yeah.
like the first one.
First one was okay. I thought it kind of ended kind of like abruptly, but I guess they said that this one kind of continues where it left off. So
You know, I don't even.
Well, there
know
was
what ended.
still stuff that we hadn't gotten a resolution about the one, the police officer.
that's right.
That's the brother, right?
Yeah, so there were still some things that hadn't been,
I see.
resolved yet. So I was curious.
It's funny because I'm working on this this next Gordon Ryder comic, and it's supposed to be like kind of a parody of like the 12 tasks of Hercules. So it's Gordon has to go under these quests and all that. But the more I'm thinking about it, it's like I wonder if people are going to think it's kind of like Squid Games. They had to do all these little games and stuff like that to pass.
So. Yeah, it'd be timely.
Yeah.
People would probably dig it.
Yeah.
don't think anybody knows who Hercules is anymore. Anyway.
Yeah. It's Heracles. No.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody at work, and I mentioned something.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Now it's just kind of forgot.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that. You talk to kids about Popeye, they have no idea who that is. Pink Panther. I don't know Pink Panther. They know Black Panther.
Well, yesterday I was trying to explain to some of the younger artists what Shake and Bake was.
Oh, Shake and Bake.
They still make it.
Yeah.
I guess they haven't experienced it or eaten it.
They don't cook anymore. They all do like
fast food,
those meal
Uber.
services.
Yeah.
But
Uber Eats, DoorDash.
Well, when I told them the process, they said like, "Oh, we've done something like that."
Okay. It's called something else though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just called breading.
Well, just like did we have this conversation here where we talked about like where the certs exist anymore?
Certs with Retsin.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so. Got replaced by like Breath Savers or something. You know?
Yeah, the Lifesavers Corporation won that battle. Of course, they had to fend off Altoids for a while.
Yeah. Or what was it? Bubble Yum. Remember that?
Hey.
We were looking at the back of old comics and laughing at some of these ads.
Do they still make Altoids?
Yeah, I think they do.
Oh.
They have mini Altoids. I just bought some.
Do you remember Altoid Sours? Those were so good.
I do not remember that one. Oh. I think
Hey, remember Lemon Drops?
Lemon Drops are still around.
Are they?
Yeah.
Sure. Wherever your grandma fills her candy dish, that's where you'll find Lemon Drops.
Is that like a Werther?
Werther's Original, sure.
So apparently, when you get older, you're supposed to have like butterscotch readily available for.
Yeah, see Werther.
That or ribbon candy.
Who? What is that from?
Did you get?
I just saw something that talked about that. They're like, it's like, oh, all old people have candy.
Probably The Simpsons. Did they ever have in Hawaii the Hillshire Farms little like stores?
Yeah.
Hickory Farms, the one with that strawberry.
Hickory Farms.
Yeah, with that strawberry candy that nobody knew what it was called.
Right. Well, so we would go to Hickory Farms, and they would have these little baskets sitting out with those strawberry candies in them. Like, I guess they were complimentary, so like while you were in the store, you could eat them. And I have distinct memories of my grandma, just like every time we went into Hickory Farms, she'd be putting handfuls of them in her purse. They just have all these.
I don't think they were complimentary.
Like she was just sticking handfuls of those strawberry candies in her purse because she always had them in her purse. Like whenever
there's like run.
I think the local version is violets. All the aunties carry violets in their purse.
Oh, the was it the Choward's violet candy?
Yeah.
And then now they have a guava one.
If you can find it.
Oh yeah, those are all over, man.
They're harder to find, the guava ones. You can find the violet everywhere.
Oh, okay. No, I see the guava ones all over. I think that violet candy, I had my friend try it, and she's like, "Oh, it tastes like old man." I'm like, "What?" It's like, I would never ever have thought that analogy, but okay.
How many old men does she taste?
Exactly.
She just goes to the bus stop and licks everybody.
She was just so disgusted with it. She's just like, "Ah, it tastes like old man." Like,
In the park, they're playing like checkers. It's just walking up behind them and licking their heads.
Maybe.
This one is salty.
So for this upcoming movie, who's the villain going to be in this one for Captain America?
No idea.
Not
Looks
the
like
red.
Harrison Ford is in this one, right?
It's not the
Well,
red.
I think he might be the bad guy. I think he's the Red Hulk,
That guy.
which is General Thunderbolt Ross.
And that's not the bad guy.
I think he might be. Although I've heard rumors that. Do you remember the leader?
Yeah.
Oh, the leader with the big head. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
The
heard
green guy.
rumors that the leader is in this one.
Okay. As long as they don't do him like the Mandarin. That was disappointing.
Or like Galactus when he was just a
Oh, just
cloud.
a cloud. He's a vapor.
We don't acknowledge that movie.
The Fantastic Four.
That movie's been stricken from the record.
God, how many Fantastic Fours were there? It's like,
No, you know what?
That was
Okay.
the thing, too, 'cause it had a good Silver Surfer.
yeah,
Yeah, it was Lawrence Fishburne, wasn't it?
yeah.
As the voice.
But it's all CGI. Yeah.
I don't like how Doctor Doom took him out. That was stupid.
Well, they always seem to kind of miss the mark with Doctor Doom, you know. I saw in the comic shop today is Rocket Raccoon and Doctor Doom one-shot comic. I don't know how that's supposed to be.
Well, I haven't really read a lot of Marvel lately, but apparently Doctor Doom is Sorcerer Supreme now in the comics.
What?
Okay.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if he gave Doctor Strange an ass whooping or something or what. But,
There you go.
Anything could happen. Anything can happen.
This is true.
but Doctor Doom is currently Sorcerer Supreme, and his plan is to rule the world so he can save the world from itself.
I just saw a what if rogue thing came out.
Dr. Hugo Strange.
And yeah, so I don't know, because I picked up this comic book because I guess Storm has her own comic now. And I like Storm.
Isn't she like a?
So I bought
They dressed her like a cowgirl.
Storm?
Yeah, I seen a couple covers like the upcoming one. Like they have her dressed like a cowgirl.
Oh, I didn't see that. This one, I bought this one because it had Doctor Doom on the cover. And I love Doctor Doom. So
Oh, that's
I
what
bought
just
it.
came out.
Specifically just because Doctor Doom was on the cover, and I like Storm. And the artist that draws Storm, he draws her smoking hot.
What kind of hot, Drew?
Smoking hot.
It's like The Mask. Yeah, I heard they're trying to like make a sequel to that one, or with Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz.
Son of Mask?
Yeah.
No, they don't consider that the
Say,
sequel.
didn't they do one?
Well, they did the Son of Mask, but Jim Carrey wasn't in it, right? So I don't know. There's rumors it's gonna be that one's gonna be called Mask 2. I guess
All I know is that in the comics, Stanley, what's his name? Stanley Ipkiss.
Ipkiss, yeah, he gets killed.
He gets killed in the comics pretty quick. So
yeah, but
it's funny that they went with that direction.
The cartoon was a totally different thing, which I enjoyed. It kind of made him to like more like a superhero kind of thing, like But yeah,
Ron, did you work on the Mask?
Comics were very dark.
No, I did not. Just the action adventure superhero ones.
Rob Paulson, who did the voice of the Mask, when I asked him, I was like, "Oh, really enjoy you working on that." And he says that character is so tiring because you have to have so much energy and then jump into different personas and everything. But there's a paycheck. He enjoyed the character too, but he got to sing the songs. He got to sing the theme songs. Yeah. The comic I saw today was "What If Galactus Transformed Rogue."
Well, like she was his herald.
Harold.
I guess so. I don't know. She looks like she has some kind of armor or something on her.
Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Did you watch that, Harold and Purple Crayon? I haven't brought myself to watch that yet.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's worth it just for Squirrel.
Okay. I'll watch it for that.
The girl that plays Squirrel is does that role.
Okay. Yeah, the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Naruto comic came out today.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Yeah. There's so many ones to choose from. It's hard to know which cover you want. You know, you're like,
Yeah, I know. I was torn.
Like,
I was really torn.
And then you got the expensive ones, the one that was after. I'm liking it though. They really got the style down.
Got about 30 minutes left. I'm going to try and draw a quick hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead's one of the characters that John created.
Oh, okay.
He looks more like a Dick Tracy villain.
Yeah. Well, his name is Hammerhead.
Yeah, he does look like a Dick Tracy, though.
Dick Tracy. Prune face.
What did I pick up today? I picked up Uncanny X-Men, Absolute Wonder Woman, Godzilla's Monster Piece Theater.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh.
G.I. Joe, Gatchaman,
I didn't see that one either.
Barbarella, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Naruto. Those are what I picked up. I'm sorry, Naruto.
I just left my I left all my comics in the car. Like I of course had to get the David Nakayama covers of like Wonder Woman and what was the other one he did? Harley.
I saw there's a guy whose YouTube channel I follow called Comic Tropes.
Okay.
He was here in Hawaii just a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah?
And he posted a picture on his Facebook with David Nakayama, so they must have met up.
Oh, I think I saw that, yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I'm glad he's doing well.
He used to work on the City of Heroes comic book.
That's right. This is the wrong color. Shucks. I'm not working on John Romita Jr. anymore. No, John Romita Sr. Excuse me. Doing other stuff. Well, how was the end of the What Ifs? I got to catch up with that, but was it a good wrap up? I guess.
What if? Oh.
Yeah, I was less impressed with this season than the previous two.
Okay.
I don't remember if I watched it all.
I think what is kind of a letdown for me is like the previous What Ifs, mostly, with the exception of like the Cohorty story and the 1602 variation, is that they were like the premise of the comics. They were based on the other comics, and the premise of the show was based on the MCU universe.
I see. So they had to change some stuff, or
no. Well, they changed a lot of stuff, but you had the MCU movies to build off of. The problem with this season for me is it's the what if of a what if.
Oh, okay.
They're not
Gotcha.
going off of the previous MCU movies now. They're just going off the previous seasons of what if.
I see. Interesting.
Well, there's probably a reason for that. I think they've probably run out of, they don't want to have to try to work into continuity or something.
That's true.
Well, the whole thing with what if, it doesn't have to be continuity.
People nitpick that stuff.
But I understand what you're saying, but the what ifs don't need to be continuity. I think that weakens the storyline because you're going off the previous what ifs and not off the MCU movies. So as standalone episodes, I find them entertaining, but they're not as satisfying to me as the previous seasons.
Right.
I enjoyed the Howard the Duck one. That was really good.
But see, that's one of the ones that's a what if of a what if.
Yeah.
Right? So what if Darcy had hooked up with Howard after that Asgardian party? That's...
It seems like they're incorporating a lot more with Howard the Duck now. Like he's showing up more. So I wonder if they got bigger plans for him. I still remember that original movie. With what was her name?
Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
She was Beverly Switzer.
Yeah. Yeah, makes me wonder like what comics they're looking at, in the long run. And there's so many to go off of. I mean, just like for upcoming like series or shows or whatever.
I don't think they even try anymore. I don't think they care.
You think they're just like kind of like people are getting fatigued, Yeah.
No, I mean I think it's like they just like comic schmomic. They just make the movies about whatever they want.
Yeah. They said they were getting a bit fatigued.
Fatigued?
Fatigued.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that like the storylines have really been that close to the source material anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like it's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't have to be like exactly, but
it sounds like it bothers you.
No, well, okay, like when Iron Man came out, I liked how Iron Man kept the basic premise, but then instead of having him be in like Vietnam, they set it in Afghanistan, and and like in the comics, Tony Stark always maintained that Iron Man was a Stark employee that was on the payroll as his bodyguard, and that he never revealed that he was actually Iron Man. And then in the movie, Coulson, he gives him those cue cards and tells him what to say. He tells him that the story that they've given him is that he's a Stark employee, acting as his bodyguard. But Stark,
and he goes,
he goes, because it fits his characterization in the movie is that his ego is so out of control. He wants everybody to know that he's Iron. And I thought that was pretty clever. I thought it worked. Like it didn't bother me.
Masks or no masks.
Well, but all these actors, they can't hide the moneymaker. And Spider-Man would never take off his mask amongst a bunch of other characters.
I like
But
in
in
the
these
second movie.
movies, Tom Holland is like just running around with his mask off all the time.
The second movie, we won't tell in the subway.
Yeah.
It's a great scene with the subway, but yeah, at that end, it's like,
You got to know that this actor is in the movie.
yeah. Well, it wasn't that the whole thing about the Mandalorian with Pedro Pascal. He was kind of like, hey, I kind of want to show my face.
They didn't show his face for a while though, so
Yeah.
I feel like they did a good job.
Yeah.
Carl Urban and Dredd.
Yep.
But
He
they
was
did
a
it.
faithful
That is the only
adaptation.
character so far to like really commit to not showing the face.
Yeah.
And it works.
You can't show his face. He doesn't show his face ever.
I am the law.
It's like the luchadors or ninjas.
And Casey Jones.
There you go. Casey Jones. All right, so working that.
Was Casey Jones was in the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think that guy took his mask off a lot too.
No, wasn't that the thing about like even like RoboCop where Peter Weller was kind of like, yeah, anybody can be in that outfit now. He barely sees his face.
There's a part at the end when he has the faceplate off. But yeah.
But like when it comes to like the second and the different movies, he's like, yeah, I don't.
Was he? I don't think he played RoboCop.
Yeah.
Past
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't bother watching the third.
I think
the third
three
one.
is somebody else.
The one that he can fly. That's when I was like, I'm out.
Have you seen that YouTube skit where the RoboCop just keeps shooting people in the crotch?
Do like that RoboCop rap.
The RoboCop rap.
That's the one where like they tell the whole story, like, and they get bits from the movies, and he does this rap through the whole movie. I think they did it with Predator too.
You pop till you drop. You do the RoboCop. I buy that for $1.
Oh, that's funny.
Wasn't that like a dance, RoboCop, like the Cabbage Patch and all that?
Is there?
I think so. Like how they did, like, I don't know, had all kinds of weird stuff.
Prince and the Bat Dance.
Yeah, the Bat
That's
Dance,
right.
the Bat Dance, Roger Rabbit, Cabbage Patch.
Or the Running Man.
Running Man, that's right. Now you get stuff like flossing and the Dougie and all that. I think I messed this up. Shucks.
We're running time. 20 minutes to go.
How long was Mary Jane Watson in the Spider-Man comics? Was she in there like a really long time, or they just kind of introduced her like?
It was like a running storyline where one of Aunt May's friends was trying to get May to introduce Peter to her niece.
Oh, okay.
But we'd never see her face. Like we'd only see, you know, you would only see like, you know,
Right.
the rest of Mary Jane's body, but you'd never see her face.
I see.
And Peter was always too busy. There was always some kind of something going on that he couldn't ever meet this girl that they were trying to fix him up with. And then there's like the big reveal.
Right.
Because originally I think Peter's first girlfriend in the comics I think was this girl named Liz. But Liz is she ends up marrying Harry.
Oh.
And then for a while, Peter liked Betty Brant, who was the secretary. She was J. Jonah Jameson's secretary at the Daily Bugle.
See, I remember her on the cartoon.
The first one you mentioned, she's in the new movies, but she's the one that's like got hooked up with
Ned.
Ned, yeah.
And in the comics, Betty Brant marries Ned Leeds,
who becomes the Hobgoblin, right?
Who becomes the Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. Spoiler alert, people. Everybody knows.
But Ned wasn't a classmate of Peter's.
Right.
Ned was a reporter for the Daily Bugle who was like older, and he's sort of like a big brother type to Peter. You know, Peter kind of like looks up to him.
Before dun dun dun.
It's funny, you know, like Romita was really good at those romance comics. Like he really draw pretty girls. You know? He seemed to have kind of a flair for drawing like the mod fashions.
Well, a lot of those guys got their start that way, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Buscema do that too?
Yeah, Buscema started out. But I think that was kind of like what Marvel did. Like they would have you had to cut your teeth on some of the other books before they gave you a superhero book to do. So like a lot of them would start out either on the war comics or like the horror comics. Like I think John Byrne's first work for Marvel, it was on one of the black and white horror magazines, I think.
I remember he did Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch.
Yeah, that was for Charlton.
Yeah, they made a reference to that in the She-Hulk.
He did Space 1999.
Byrne?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember those.
And then he also had one.
Do you remember his creator on stuff? That Rod's 2000?
Rod 2000. I also have Doomsday. Was it Doomsday +1 or something?
+1, yeah.
These are good. I like those actually. I think a lot of guys liked working for Charlton because Charlton didn't give a shit. Like if you know they were I think they were the lowest paying of the publishers.
Oh, really?
But they had the least editorial control, and
put a lot of stuff.
They could pretty much do whatever they wanted to do when they worked there.
That would be attractive to a young up and comer, right?
It was attractive to some old up-and-comers too. Ditko did a lot of stuff for them because they left him alone.
Yeah. That's always hard. I heard that was the deal with when Tex Avery came back to Hanna-Barbera and he was working on the Quickie Koala cartoon. The condition was just like, yeah, just leave me alone. Just let me just direct. Don't edit me, whatever. So, I get it though. I mean, look at how much they they change the stuff with Kirby stuff. Like you said, they change the faces or change the dialogue or whatever. That must get frustrating. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dentist's office. Fake it.
Anybody have anything coming up we should know about?
Macabre Tales 3.
Yay!
Well, you're still Napua is still kickstarting the current one, right?
It's funded.
Yeah, but aren't there like more goals and stuff?
No, I wasn't
What are the
yelling.
stretch
I was exciting.
Oh, okay.
I was excited. Sorry,
okay.
I was
I think we're
What are
declaring
the
they got
stretch
funded.
it's funded already.
It got funded. It got funded quick.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, how many of these people are legit though?
Tyler Perry.
Yeah. No, I think we can trust Medea.
What are you talking about?
Tyler
Perry, was he fudging some numbers?
is one of our backers.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just some guy's name that or the actual.
The actual. Right, Nepal? Wow. The actual.
Nice.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm. That might be.
It could happen. We need to tie into like some of those horror movie people, see if we do some cross promoting.
Scary movie.
I wonder if Clark Wolf would be interested.
Nepua, did you go watch Wolfman?
Not yet. I want to.
I haven't seen it yet. I was thinking about going to watch it. Nepua took us on a field trip to see Nosferatu. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. Research?
Partly.
It was fun.
Tax write-off?
I had not considered that.
Well, there you go.
Well, we had a GoFundMe to send impoverished youth to see Nosferatu.
There you go.
That was not Nosferatu.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
Impoverished youths?
Well, you know, it's relative. Napua, did you like Nosferatu?
I liked it. I thought they did a really good adapting different things and putting it all together and making it work.
Yeah. I share your sentiment.
Did Connie like it?
She said she
So?
did.
Apparently, Nosferatu was her neighbor back in Germany. So.
Oh, okay. They would like go and get a donut or something, you know.
They had a joke about schnapps, and she was cracking up.
Oh, okay. Inside joke must be.
Only Germans got it.
I need Napua with her microphone to do like pilot speech. He said like, "Welcome us to Hawaiian Airlines flight 602."
That's like.
This is your pilot speaking.
Yeah, you have to do a lot of and look to the you know.
The fasten your seatbelt sign is currently up.
Or you could do what is that? The red zone thing, the red zone, white zone thing.
The red zone is for loading and unloading messages.
Listen, Carol, that's a lot of shit.
That's the robotic sound.
Yeah.
Napua's got the pilot sound right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
We found out that on that whole red and white thing, they really got the announcers for the airport to actually voice that sequence. Airplane would probably not do well today.
Well, it's funny when you think about the people that actually get their voices recorded for stuff like that. Like there is an actual lady out there that does Siri.
Siri, yeah, I saw that one. They showed the woman who did it. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, someone has to do it. Although I don't know, nowadays they have those weird AI things that can imitate voices.
Mm-hmm.
Do they call them deepfakes too for voice?
I thought they just called it AI, or I don't know.
Yeah, I see Napua and Doc Grant and Lori Grant joined Blue Sky.
Yep. Everyone's jumping on Blue Sky.
So why
I gotta tell you.
Yes, why is there
Why?
Yellow?
It's because of freaking Elon.
Yeah.
What did he do?
And then didn't Zuckerberg?
What hasn't he done?
Kind of said he wasn't going to do it, and he ended up doing it.
Oh yeah, Zuckerberg. He said hate speech is okay now. That's it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mike had a little warning.
He didn't say hate speech is okay. He just said they're not going to have the automatic moderators anymore.
Yeah.
He basically says it's up to all of us to moderate each other.
Right. Wink, wink. All right. So he just implied hate speech is okay now.
I mean, you can infer from it what you will, Ron.
There we go.
Oh,
Infer is a good word.
if I'm thinking it,
Yeah.
a lot of other people are thinking it too.
Well, yeah.
Look, I might make a few pointed remarks towards those filthy Dutch,
A few.
but it's about time the Dutch got theirs.
Yeah, what did Dutch ever do except make that paint?
Dutch boy.
Yeah.
Now those Dutch dikes.
Yeah.
Well then.
The dikes,
Those
paint, and the wooden shoes, right?
wooden shoes. I hate those wooden shoes.
Yeah.
Fine Dutchman.
And the windmills.
And the cookies.
Those
those are good.
infernal cookies.
Those are good. That can stay.
They only exist to turn those tins into sewing kits.
I was just gonna say that.
And double dating, right?
Oh, those dikes kind of prevent flooding too. So, that's
Maybe it's nature's way, Ron. Maybe they're supposed to be flooded. Did you ever think about that?
Is it?
You might be right. You might be right.
Natural selection. Is that what we're going for now?
Yeah, nature's been throwing all these diseases at us, trying to,
Ooh, there's too much water over here. Ooh, you bunch of snowflakes.
Well then.
We got swampy land over here too. We just don't live in them assholes.
The opinions of this chat.
I don't know. You never hear anybody say anything. You never hear anybody say anything bad about the Dutch, so that's why I decided to ran against the Dutch.
Careful, Ron. California's burning because of woke, right?
Oh, yeah. Wokeness caused the fires. I don't know why.
According to, does anybody follow? I mean, I know we just talked about leaving Twitter, but does anybody follow Wei Wu on Twitter?
I don't follow anybody on Twitter. I'm not there.
Yeah. Anyway,
I follow Elon.
Well,
what did Wei Wu say?
So there's a Twitter account for somebody who goes by the name of Wei Wu, and they claim to be a student at the University of Michigan, and they're a Chinese immigrant, and I don't know if it's a real person. I hope it's not, but they make all these posts in broken English, and they're hilarious, but they're horrible. And
for instance,
like while the fires were going on, like and raging, they made this post of how and I'm not gonna read it, but it's in broken English. It's basically this post about how in Bible it says, there was a city called Saddam. They wrote Saddam Gomorrah, and it's full of pervert and slut. And then it says now Hollywood is a city full of pervert and slut. See what happens, and all this so on. It was like it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that this isn't a real person. I'm hoping that they think it's funny.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that's a play on, because there's a Taoist thing, Wu Wei. It's like the act of doing nothing.
So this
deliberate
is
act of doing nothing.
right, and this is Wei Wu. So that's why I think it's made up. At least I'm hoping it's made up.
Hopefully.
But they made an impassioned.
Yeah.
Oh, we're done.
We're done. And finish your thought. Finish it up.
Well, they had made an impassioned plea to Elon Musk to help build a rocket to send all perverts and sluts to the moon.
I see.
And, it was pretty funny.
Sounds like a party on the moon.
Yeah.
All right, last looks. Here, I'll go.
Okay. Wow.
There's Milo Comics #1 from September 1969 and a Hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
Nicely done.
That's good.
Who's
Very
next?
angular.
Hammer's
Drew's
head.
showing something. So
Hammer.
Drew's
It's
got
hammer
his-
time.
Drew's got his
Hammerman.
Last Dance picture up. Last Dance from Mary
Oh, wow,
Jane.
that looks good. Looks good in color.
It looks more like Michael Jackson now.
Oh,
Yay.
it looks good. I like how you did I like how you handled the dress.
Thanks. I wanted to make it look like it was a sparkly dress.
It is sparkly.
Scott, you ready?
Oh, there you go.
Sweet Christmas.
Hey!
I never understood that saying. I read a lot of Power Man and Iron Fist.
Yeah.
What the hell does Sweet Christmas mean?
It means sweet Christmas.
Your mileage may vary.
All right. Looks good?
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. John, I think you're the last one, right?
Nope, same thing. I was working on other things, so I just have this one. That's it.
Oh, that's Drew.
That's it.
John, right?
Yeah, just that one. That's it. Didn't want to do too much tonight. I did some other things. I was working on other things. So yeah.
Such
More
as?
of the Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. So Mike helped me out with this. We did the Burbaline. So we did Suburbaline. And the Burr Hag. The Burr Hag. And then I didn't do my DC Tuesday, so I got to finish that one up tonight. So behind the day.
Macabre Tales 3. No. Well,
Two.
2. The Kickstarters for 2.
Still going on.
Yeah.
Still going on. So
What's the address?
Oh, it's a long one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just
just
look it
go
up.
to Kickstarter and look for Macabre Tales 2.
That's what she said.
It's Macabre 2.
Macabre 2 has been funded. No need to send any more money.
No,
Don't
the goals.
listen to Ron.
They're stretch goals.
I don't understand how this works.
Bronze pieces are now taken out of Macabre Tales #2.
The Pearl Ridge Mall on the 2nd will be doing their Chinese New Year celebration. I'll be running a coloring station there from 10 to 1.
Oh,
So if you got kids, bring them by and they can color.
what was that? February
2nd,
Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's right. You needed dragons, yeah.
Dragons or snakes.
Yeah.
I don't need them, but I mean, I figured I'd ask if anybody wants to.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know,
submit a few. I'll submit a few interviews.
That's
I
swell.
see by-
John.
See them by
swell?
next Friday, so I have time to print them
I
out.
saw what you did there.
We don't have anything coming up till QuiCon, right? Is there something coming up?
February 1st, there's a Cuties and Collectibles craft fair in Mililani.
Cuties and collectibles. I've never even
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah. So I'll be
Where's it at?
there. Gwen will be there. Reed will be there.
Is it at the town center? Is it at the
Rec 5,
Rec
which is in
5?
Malka. Yeah.
Rec 5 standing by.
Yeah.
No, you have to have Napua say it. She's got the pilot voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's right. Say it, Depois.
Rec
Red
5
5
standing by.
There you go. And then
Now say stay on target.
Stay on target.
she's not your monkey.
I am a parrot. Thank you very much.
There you go. Parrot monkey.
Thanks for being a good sport, Napua.
Can you
so
say one more thing? Can you say lock F foils in attack position?
What
Lock
was it?
lock S foils in attack position.
Lock S foils in attack position.
There you go.
There you go.
Yay!
Did you record it to put on your phone, Ron?
Yay!
Your new ringtone.
All right, last chance. Scott, anything?
No.
Boy, anything else?
Macabre Tales.
John?
Yay!
No, well, that's it. I don't know the exact dates of the Blaisdell Collector Expo. That's like mid-February. But yeah.
Yeah, mid-February. Ron?
Macabre Tales 3 coming up. When's it coming up, Napool?
End of the year.
End of the year.
Wow, end of the year.
Wait, I thought we was June.
And Drew?
Don't you need a break?
Oh. All
Hey,
right.
don't you need to do your real job, Ron?
Well, yeah.
Drew, you have anything?
I got nothing.
All right, everybody say aloha.
Aloha!
Aloha.
Where's Andrew's face? There it is. There it is.